Rabbit07 coming to you today with another quick review. Today is Monday, April the 20th. I got lucky and went to the oldest Walmart one more time and found another hotly anticipated figure. I found Liege Maximo hiding behind a big convoy at the Hendersonville Road Walmart. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn this camera around, take a look at the Prime of Lies. Eyes on the prize, here he is. He was hiding behind that big convoy. I was so glad to shift things around, and boom, there he was. And boy, is that pretty. There's his Liege darts, all loaded and locked and ready to rock. And 25 steps, go from that menacing looking robot mode to that menacing looking spaceship mode. That is really, really boss in my opinion. Pause and scan right there, guys. Hopefully this will help you find yours. If you don't find it behind Big Convoy on the shelf, make sure to look up on the top shelf and maybe even under the shelf somewhere. This guy could be hiding in plain sight. Let's open him up and see how cool he really is. Gotta say, guys, I transformed this guy into a ship mode, and this monstrous looking bug. Zed, we got a bug. Looks awesome. You got the Liege darts there in the front. I like how this integrates into the transformation with the launcher there. If you flip it over, it still looks menacing. So I mean, you can do this ship any which way, even though you got some hollowness right there with the shoulder pads. You see his legs clear as day, his feet, but you also can see his little insignia right there on top of the launcher for the Liege darts. So lethal, so awesome, so cool. And the details throughout are like spectacular. Love the way that the thrusters do back here. And I love this little stuff. It kind of reminds me of Jaxus. But yeah, the horns are soft rubber, so you don't like go and poke or get hurt. These are a little bit harder plastic, which I kind of wish this stuff right here is, but then as you get on out there, it gets softer. So yeah, safety laws and everything. You could do some blast effects and have some hover jets if you want to right there. The details are so freaking awesome, and I just love the way all this molding looks here, and glad they were pretty awesome spreading that paint around and popping those details on out there. Side profile, rear profile, your starboard side, your top down view. It just looks awesome. So I mean, I sure as heck wouldn't want to confront this in deep space. Let's get him over into robot mode and see how cool he really is, guys. I can't believe how cool this is. Here's Liege Maximo all transformed up into his robot mode, looking spectacular. It's like they saved the best for last with the craziest of designs and what have you. We're going to do a little spin, let you see the starboard side here, the two tones of green and whatnot, the little bluish like bits. Looks silver sometimes, but then it looks blue in this light. Then you got some gray bits there all picked out and detailed and whatnot. I love how the rear thrusters become his backpack, so you can just thrust right along. He's got some nice supports so that this thing doesn't just topple back over or whatnot. And we will go into that articulation right here, starting off with the feet. You get that much rocker. Just be careful, it's on a thin thing. We don't want to snap this stuff off down here at all. So you got that much ankle rocker. It's got a heel spur that you can do with right there. You can toe tilt down, but I don't know that you need to do all that. Beautiful detail right there in the shin area and like the gold there on the leg. You can get that much right there in the leg. It can kick up that far and it gets in the way itself. I don't know if the skirt rising up anymore makes any more difference, but yeah, you can get up that far there that way. You can get the arms out to a full Mr. T. You can go back that way. Let's go back over here. Yeah, I think you can do that. And this thing doesn't want to stay inside that little notch whatsoever is good. We'll show you a different configuration with this here in just a minute. So you can get the full Mr. T. You can, both those things will flip up there, and you can get the full van damage. So the primes can definitely van dam every day to the max. You can get all the way around the waist due to transformation. No ab crunch. These little things will come on up higher so that you can actually get this up out of the way. This will pop off like pretty easy. So that's all you're dealing with right there. But you can get all the way around at the shoulder there due to the way that does, and upper bicep. I really wish that the hollowness would stop. Excuse me. Got a little dry throated. You can pop this off and get a little bit of a butterfly going on back to the front. I like to keep it clicked in there. All the way around the wrist. Weird decision with the hands because you got 4 fingers that you can flop back and move back that way. You got a thumb. It's kind of weird how it does there. So, like I said, very weird. This arm's not like the other arm because this arm right here has another really cool feature. You can just flip this thing back around and flip this around, and you got a nice cannon. You just want to show off his cannon, but more so, this is an extension of his Legion darts, and that's just really, really freaking cool and badass, in my opinion. So these little things right here will pop off at nothing, and I don't know if I want to glue them or not, but it's just something you got to deal with this figure, and you can get it to come up and raise up just a little bit, and sometimes get it to peg back in, so you can get a little bit more range of motion with those arms, however you see fit. These are flexible things, and it's got a joint in there, so like when you go to transform it, it does move together. So anyway, just want to make you aware of that so you don't go stripping and breaking something off in the process of posing this really cool guy. It gets all the way around his head there. Soft rubber on the head. Nice facial detail. Love that head sculpt. It's really awesome. And you got these other little soft plastic things up to the sides there. See, they just keep getting in the way. So anyway, don't want to get hurt on that. Don't want to hurt my little fingers. We're just going to plug all that back in together there, and boom de gasa. This guy is really, really nice. I like him a lot. He does something for me. And see, like I said, you can pose that up like that, sort of, and then you can get those other, you know, grr faces and stuff. Let's get into some final thoughts, guys. Thoughts here. I dare argue that Megatronus Prime is the coolest of the primes, because this guy is my bit for the coolest of the primes, even though he's such a bad guy and whatnot, and befitting on the box there side by side there. I love this guy. The details, the paint, everything throughout is like really, really awesome. The only thing that kind of concerns me is this clear plastic, like always, cracking and breaking over time. But other than that, he's going to be on my shelf, and with all the other ones there together. I love that we finally got all 13 together. Now my question moving forward is, will they go and they redo Vector Prime and give him the buffed up armor like the DNA Designs kit, or is that it? I'm okay with that, because this guy is totally badass, and a high recommend coming from me. So tickled I went around to that like oldest Walmart after looking at all the other places, and I moved that big convoy all the way, and there's that beautiful box sitting there on the shelf. And I just hope that you guys are able to score this and have a similar story for those looking in store. Hasbro Pulse is shipping everything else out pretty quick. I got notifications like on the Deluxe, that's this new stuff with Paraglide and all that stuff. He can't be far behind, but I'm so tickled. Got him like locked in here and done. Thank you guys for sticking with me. It's been a really tough month this past month, and between allergies and vertigo and some other stuff going on, I really am appreciative of you guys. Thank you again for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. You guys be safe out there. Happy hunting. Until all are one, guys. All.